thousands and thousands of young, strong men coming into our country. What's that all about? When you see from the Middle East, all over the Middle East, young, strong men, not to insult women, but young, strong men are flooding our country. They've got something in mind. There's something in mind. And in many cases, these are the same people that did the attack on Israel just a few weeks ago. These are the same people.
These are the same people. I don't even know what he's talking. He's obsessed with the idea of just like virile men with impressive upper bodies coming across our borders and doing something. Why is it that so many people in their prime of their life would come into America? Now, of course, he wildly overestimates how many people are coming from the Middle East, how many are coming across the southern border from the Middle East, let alone the fact that he's now implying that people from Hamas flew from the Middle East to Guatemala, walked across the southern hemisphere into America, and then returned just in time to perpetuate that horrific attack. It's not just fear mongering. It is uniquely Trumpian, weird fear mongering, like deeply uncomfortable, weird in a sexual way. I don't know, Brett. You were a big fan of this clip. What do you think?
I mean, I just love it. Big, strong men. It's so weird. It's strange because, yeah, he's jealous that our men aren't big and strong enough, which is just kind of mean. And then it reminds me of that, like, what was it? The cantaloupe calf guys that like Steve King was like, yeah. I mean, it's that. I don't know. I saw it happen. I wanted to know. Jayar, what did you think about it?
It was weird because I didn't watch any of it as it was happening live. But yes, it's a very Trumpian thing. It's almost expected. It's because they need to keep. He has, as we've known, there's a throwback to, he adores, old dictators and people who committed atrocities. So, there was a big thing with folks and saying our guys are the strongest. Look at these strong, able-bodied white men. Yeah, that was the basis for a lot of these folks saying that's why they're superior to other nations. And look at our army, look at this. He's still stuck in that mindset. So in order to still have this activation of we need to activate our young, strong men, we have to talk about how young and strong their men are and look how strong and look how broad shoulders and look at they can flex their pecs too. He has to break down all these things because again, he's just talking. His tangents, his side comments, his elaborations on things, it's whatever comes to mind. So if he needs to describe their Ripley muscles and their stature and their scowl over their face, look at their brow, it's so manly, he'll go into all that just to keep talking. So that's just what triggers him. That's what he thinks about. That's what he imagines. That's what he pictures. And of course, he's always tried to portray himself that way. So the next best thing is to say that that's who he controls. It's the biggest, strongest, manly men. It's the same thing.
Utterly bizarre. Anyway,
weird.
And yet they show up. They seem to enjoy it. I don't know if they show up in the crowds that they used to. I don't know if they're as enthusiastic about him as they were in past elections, and yet he is still lapping the field. Very bizarre.
Thanks for watching. If you become a member, you get to watch all this ad-free, except for, of course, this ad. Still, hit the join button below.